All right. And we are, in fact, live.
Stuff.
Crazy stuff. I need to turn you up because I turned you down the other day because you were.
My apologies.
No, it's all good. It's just sometimes when you're. Hey, stop that. This echo? Stop it. We are, in fact.
There's an echo.
No, it's me watching the stream.
It's really funny because I just clicked on the stream on my phone and had to like scramble to turn my phone volume all the way down because I was scared for 2 seconds. I was like, oh no, how am I gonna moderate the chat if I can't fucking see it?
No. It's just, yeah, no, sometimes when you're at work, it is very loud. So I turn you down, and then I forget to turn you back up.
That's so fair.
Yeah, hey guys. Back to just me and Bug today, but that is so vibey. We're here to read more Homestuck. I need to edit the name of the video because it's currently just says Homestuck Live. I forgot to say what act we're doing.
You probably ought to do that real quick.
Yeah. And then let's preemptively add it to the Homestuck Live playlist. And bada bing, bada boom. All right, cool. Things should be fixed now. People. Cool. So, are you ready to be Nana right off the bat?
No.
You? Yeah, there's probably nothing too
strenuous
on your voice after
like,
the recording session yesterday.
Fucking, my voice is so shot right now from all the Vriska yelling yesterday. So we're just gonna try our fucking best at this point. Oh god, what was my Nana voice?
I think. Wait, I didn't think you were doing Nana. I think it was Pearls who was doing Nana.
I wasn't. I do have a Nana voice. This is me
Okay.
trying to recall my own Nana voice because I do Jane, so you'd think it would be a fucking natural progression. You would think it's not.
Just do Jane, but older.
Okay. Thinking Jane thoughts. Okay. You are no doubt reading this as a handsome and strapping young man. Why, the man grit needed to lift this book itself is a sign of your maturity. Not even to speak of the wisdom needed to grasp the nuance of Sassacre's time-tested mischief. I am so proud of you, grandson. How I wish I could have delivered this heirloom to you in the flesh, but I'm afraid it wasn't in the cards. For you see, John, like you, this book must yet take a journey. Its journey will end on the final day of my life, and even then will continue some. Though I suppose that will be up to your father. Perhaps he will discuss it with you one day, when he and you are ready. But it is your journey I'm writing about to wish you luck. There will come a day when you will be thrust into another world, and once you arrive, that is only the beginning. You will soon delve even deeper into a realm of war and royalty and a timeless expanse, a realm of agents and exiles and consorts and colonel sprites, of toiling underlings and slumbering denizens. A realm where four will gather, the heir of breath, the seer of light, the knight of time, and witch of space. And together they will ascend. John, if only you knew how important you were. I regret my passing came so early in your life. And yet I feel in my heart that we've already met. But what I know for sure is that we will meet again. Until then, John, I do hope your father keeps you well fed.
Hi, deja vus. Also, really, so because of how much I did like Homestuck like RPs, right? I completely forgot that like Spurb RP specifically, and our DM would always hide our like class and aspect. I forget that they just like straight up give the class specs right off the bat in Homestuck. And
Straight up, yeah.
I just guess that I didn't really like I just didn't register because I didn't understand what that meant on my first read through. You know?
Yeah, no, I get you.
Act 3. A silly girl naps by her flowers. It is quite likely that she tired herself out with a variety of silly antics, as silly girls are often known to do. She may have a silly name too, or maybe not. It's hard to say for sure without asking her, but since she's slumbering peacefully, it would be a shame to wake her up. You might as well just give her a name right now. Enter name. Farmstink Buttlass. I guess? I guess her name is Farmstink. Wake up! You try to rouse Farmstink from her slumber, but she is really down for the count. It looks like she's holding some sort of note. Retrieve arms from... They're right there, in plain sight. Look, they're flashing red. Drop pumpkin on Farmstink. What pumpkin? You see no pumpkin, and frankly, it is hard to imagine there ever was a pumpkin in plain sight or otherwise. Anyway, that would be a really terrible thing to do to poor sweet Farmstink. Read note. I still think it's so funny. That is Savior of the Waking World you hear. It is so funny that I have a friend who just couldn't remember the name Jade Harley, so for the longest time just was referring to Jade as Farmstink, and I think it's so funny.
She's Farmstink now. That's just how it is.
Exactly. Farmstink? That's incredibly silly and a little bit rude. My name is... Try again. Jade Harley. I'm glad my sinuses cleared specifically today, because if we did this yesterday, I would not have been able to do my Jade voice.
Yeah, that's true.
Examine room. Your name is Jade. You have just woken up from a restful nap, and as usual, you have no recollection of having fallen asleep. You have quite a number of interests. So many, in fact, you have trouble keeping track of them all, even with your assortment of colorful reminders on your fingers to help you sort out everything on your mind. Nevertheless, when you spend time in your garden atrium, the only thing on your mind is your deep passion for horticulture. What will you do? Jade, play a silly flute refrain.
Oh. This is my favorite Homestuck game. I'm not even joshing you right now. It's my favorite. Could you play Hot Cross Buns if you figured it out? I don't know.
I probably could. I know that in the Vast Error version of this that they have, there, like, if you do play specific things, there are Easter eggs that happen. I don't know if that's the case with the Homestuck one. I've never actually looked into it because I didn't think about that. But interesting to think about. Also, hey Ron, brain spaghetti? It's VOFT time. Yeah, no, 100%. Wow, you really suck at this thing. Maybe you should try playing an instrument you actually know how to play instead, like the one in your bedroom. Honestly, you have no idea where this flute even came from. Things seem to appear and disappear around here all the time. Especially to your unending chagrin, any sort of large orange gourd that might be lying around. You consider throwing the flute down in disgust. Jade, capture log flute. Oh no.
Fruit.
Fruit.
Why are you captulogging me? I'm right here.
On second thought, it was a perfectly nice flute. Oh wait, let me turn the music back on. It was a perfectly nice flute, and there's no reason to take your frustration out on it. You just need some practice. But before you capture-log the flute, you will need to set your fetch modus first. Jade, set modus. Boggle modus. Pictionary modus. Monopoly modus. Yahtzee. Clue. Connect 4. Jenga. Battleship. Ouija. Guess who? Operation. Memory. I want to know the Jenga modus. I feel like you would have to pick your item out and then just like if it falls, your entire fucking modus just falls apart.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Like if the whole if you like try to take out your one item and the whole tower falls, then all of your shit just falls out of your fucking Siladex. That sounds insane. I gave an OC of mine the Operation modus, which I believe is also featured here.
Yeah, it's right here.
Which in my mind, how I wrote it was like it like you know how some other Silidexes manifest like these huge physical objects?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's a life-size, actual-sized human being that like just like appears out of thin air with a little pair of fucking tweezers, and it has the little items kind of like capture-logged in the different slots of the operation game, and you just use your little tweezers, and if it beeps, then you only get like one more try, and then it like locks you out for a time. That's how I chose to represent it.
I love that. That's great. I feel like a Ouija modus would, it's just the spirits decide what you pull. Clue modus sounds like it would take forever.
Oh god, yeah. I don't understand. Pictionary's fun.
Pictionary
I love
is fun.
Pictionary. Monopoly? How the fuck would that even work?
I have no idea. Thinking about the logistics of some of these really is just like
insane to ponder.
Yeah,
Yahtzee? Like imagine,
Yahtzee,
okay, you have dice that have fucking pictures of your capture logged items on them, and you have to get a Yahtzee to fucking pull out that item? How fucking insane!
It's completely random what fucking like item you get, because you just have to roll all of the same item, but the dice, each side of the die is a different item, so it's just luck based. Like that's a perfect Vriska fucking modus, but anyone else is just like not.
If your luck stat is bullshit like mine, I could never with a Yahtzee modus. Anything I capture log, that shit is good as gone. Like that shit is gone for fucking ever. There's no way in hell.
You're never getting that shit back. God. Connect 4 modus sounds like doable. But yeah. Battleship modus sounds... I don't know how that would work. Let's continue though. You have a wide variety of fetch modi to choose from. You were really excited when your grandpa bought you this modus set for Christmas. He's a total badass, even if he's a little strict. You typically opt for the memory modus when it comes to matters of day-to-day practicality. Jade, select memory. You set your modus to memory and capture log the flute. You allot 9 cards to the Modus from your deck, since that'll be more than enough for your needs at the moment. The Modus grabs 9 more cards for matching purposes. The flute is split up on 2 blank cards, and mixed randomly into the grid. To retrieve the item, you must first pick 1 card, and then pick its matching card. For the typical Solidexer, this Modus presents a frustrating guessing game, and a lot of wasted time on mismatching. But you like it because you seem to have a knack for always guessing right on the first try. Jade, squeal like a piglet and fertilize some plants. It is an awfully silly idea and is basically a waste of everyone's time. You will predictably disregard this thought and focus on more sensible objectives at once. Oh my god, this is so much fun. She's so silly. I love her so much. You captchalogue the bag of fertilizer. Jade, consult colorful reminders. Also, Bug, are you there?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
You just got very silent. I was like...
I was just intently listening to the Homestuck. That's my bad.
You tend to have a lot of things on your mind at once, and you can be a little forgetful, so you keep a variety of colored strings on your finger as reminders. Each one means there is something different to remember at a certain time. In fact, looking at your index finger reminds you that there is something important to remember now. It is your friend John's birthday. The green string reminds you that John's birthday package will arrive today. The blue string also reminds you that John's birthday package will arrive today. Though in the... Wait. Yeah, no, that's correct. Cool. Though in a way that means something slightly different. Wait. Bug has joined the audience, Lamau.
A little bit, yeah. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. You are further reminded that you have some things to do outside your house soon, but you should stop by your room first for some supplies, and most importantly, to see if John is online, and wish him a happy birthday. Jade, captchalogue the pumpkin growing next to you. You snap up that pumpkin, which seems suitably ripe for the taking. Hopefully the safety of your Silodex will prevent it from being spirited away like so many of its ephemeral. Hi, welcome to Brain Doesn't Understand Words. Predecessors. Jade, exit this room. I love this specific, like, hard corral because of just the angry meows, like, being screamed during the song.
I can't hear it, so...
That's so
I can never hear the actual stream music, so
Yeah,
anytime you guys talk about it, I'm like, I don't know what you mean. It's silent for me.
Yeah, it's 'cause, and like I think about that sometimes because like when I have the music turned off, it feels like lately awkward. Like I don't know why, it just feels slightly awkward, which is why I started putting the music on. And just like I realized that for you guys, it's still silent and awkward.
Nah, it's not awkward. It's just like there's no music, which I'm fine with because I like being able to, I don't know, hear what's going on in the comic and also actually hear you read.
Hey, I have it turned down enough.
Yeah.
You make your way to the middle of the garden atrium, where a stairwell joins the 4 atrium wings. Upstairs is your grandfather's laboratory, as well as your bedroom. Jade, captchalogue something. Your memory modus is hardly any fun without much stuff in it, so you decide to stock up on fresh produce to fill some more cards. You pick a juicy red crabapple. You go pick a nice-looking key lime. Then a delicious mandarin orange. Those are your favorite. And finally, a ripe yellow Eureka lemon. Modus fun aside, you feel it is impossible to have too many fresh fruits and vegetables on hand. Jade, go upstairs, to bedroom. You almost never use the stairs. You transportalize upstairs. Just above is your room. Jade, ascend. You enter your bedroom. On this side of the room, you are immediately confronted with numerous artifacts highlighting your various interests. You are an avid follower of cartoon shows of considerable nostalgic appeal. You have a profound zeal for marvelous and fantastical fauna of an anthropomorph- anthropomorphological persuasion. You have an uncanny knack for nuclear physics, and not infrequently can be found dabbling in rather advanced gadgetry. You enjoy sporadic fits of narcolepsy. Your love of gardening transcends the glass confines of your atrium, and you are at times prone to patterns of prognostication. You consider very briefly the question, what will you do? But you quickly realize this is only half of your room, and therefore hosts to only half of your interests to choose from. Jade, explore the other half of your room. Over here, there are yet more articles of your aforementioned interests, and then some. Additional telltale signs of your enthusiasm for nostalgic television mingle with your assortment of game-hunting firearms. You were a skilled markswoman, though your crosshairs would never settle on an innocent creature, anthropomorphically persuaded or otherwise. Your work table is littered with equipment to facilitate your tinkering. For you, experimentation is not a particularly exact science, and you lean heavily on sharp intuition for consistently and eerily optimal results. Nevertheless, you have still not been able to get that broad, flat gizmo there to work, which is a design you have borrowed from one of your grandpa's more mysterious inventions. You are a great admirer of his, and you are not alone. Your grandfather is a world-renowned explorer, naturalist, treasure hunter, archaeologist, scientist, adventurer, big game hunter, billionaire extraordinaire. He has taught you everything you know. Hello, worm.
Worm? I'm sorry. Oh, that's delightful. Hello, worm.
Hello,
That
worm.
just really caught me off guard. I'm sorry.
But in spite of all his lessons, it is still difficult to escape his stern lectures when you are on the way out of the house to run your errands. He spends most of his time in the grand foyer, stewing in his own intensity and charisma. And today will likely be no exception. Among the errands you have planned is to venture out to find your pet and best friend named Becquerel. This animal must be fed, and he will not be happy if he is not. And if he's not happy, then you will not be happy. But first, you really should dig out your computer and say hi to John. Now, what will you do? Jade, quickly retrieve firearms from wall. You equipped your trusty hunting rifle. There would be hell to pay if Granddad caught you leaving the house without it. Jade, wonder why the design on your shirt changed. There isn't much to wonder, really. You left the wardrobifier on its randomization setting. You may contemplate which shirt design you favor the most and commit to that setting in the near future. Wasn't there like a poll on which one, like, would be the final?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, and then everyone decided on the atom. Jade, capture log nearest Squiddles doll and hug it. Just before you can grab one, the powerful electromagnets concealed in their underbellies become activated, and two of them get all tangled up with each other playfully. If there was an actual kid's toy with an magnet in it that just randomly activated, do you know how quickly that would get recalled?
Extremely, considering small children's penchant for swallowing magnets.
Not even just swallowing magnets, but just the fact that electromagnets are, like, known to crush, like, adult human fingers. Like...
That's true. I can't tell you how many times I have snapped the magnets at work on our digits.
Exactly. Like... child fingers would get destroyed by these. You capture-logged the Tangle Buddies. Jade, lose interest in fauna and never speak of it again. Oh, but you could never do that. What marvelous creatures they are. What a daring dream to combine the finest qualities of humanity with the elegance of nobility of the animal kingdom. Probably, yeah, the toys were probably from the 80s. Anything flew then. That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have to be some sort of, like, stronger magnet to, like, pull each other from, like, across the, like, room. If it's just, like, a normal magnet and you can just put them, like, together, it's fine. It's just the fact that it's an electromagnet that randomly activates is what is, like, the issue. How you wish you could know their world, to hear one night those muted paw pads trapeze up your stairs. A low but friendly growl unsettles your slumber, and as the soper seeps from your eyes, they detect a sharp pair of ears cutting moonlight. A mysterious woven tongue invites. Wouldn't these ears suit you? Would not this proud long snout assist you in the hunt? No need to answer. Words slew from the busy mind like a useless dead membrane as a more visceral sapience takes over. Something simpler is in charge now, a force untouched by the concerns and burden of the upright that farcical yoke the bipedal toe. It now drives you through the midnight brush, your paws whisking through creepers, unearthing with each bold stomp bright odors demanding investigation. But not for long, as you and your new friends must claim the night with piercing howls moonward. You eat a weird bug and don't even care. Jade, pick up your toys.
I love her.
Just the addition at the end of you eat a weird bug and don't even care is always my favorite of that whole thing. Those got the shitty toys that killed once. Yeah, I think there was multiple toys that killed in the fucking in the 90s and 80s. Remember lawn darts? Did lawn darts claim a life?
I believe so.
I feel like lawn darts have claimed a life, like the original lawn darts. It's a good line. It's a good line. Speaking of which, you pick up and admire one of your Manthro chaps. They are wonderful friends and are always cheerful and pleasant fellows. Why, dear Mr. Coxcomb, however will you be received at the barnyard gala without the trappings of a proper gentleman? Each Manthro chap comes with a number of accessories, including articles of formal attire, a vacation kit, a vaccination kit, and a dishwasher-safe slop trow. Jade, organize all your dolls. Sources say 3 kids died to lawn darts. Holy shit.
That is a fair...
That is
at least 2 more than I would have assumed.
Yeah, that is 2 that's 3 too many, but like it's 2 more than I would have assumed would cause a recall. Also, moon shoes would just like, that's just rolled ankles.
Break an ankle.
Yeah.
Yes.
The wooden clackers, yeah, those were breaking kids' fingers. There's a reason why Joseph uses them as a fucking weapon. That one belt thing. I don't know what belt thing you're talking about. You gather all your dolls in a rather cozy-looking pile. Jade, change wardrobifier settings. If you can use it as a weapon in Dead Rising, it's not for kids. Yeah. You deactivate the Wardrobifier's randomization mode and set it to cycle through these 3 shirt designs. The decision was tough, but you think you came to the best possible conclusion. Oh, Lamau. Yeah, here's the... Shot some weird-ass fireball from your waist, and it shot some kids. What the fuck? I need to look into this eventually, but that sounds insane.
If you can find the name of the product, I would happily look up the Wikipedia and read it aloud for you.
Yeah, because the idea of it shooting a fireball is insane. It's all good. I understood what you meant. There was also a fireball gun? What the fuck? It is another beautiful day in your neighborhood. It is peaceful and quiet as usual. A rather imposing volcano looms over your house, which has been inactive for centuries. Though dormant on the surface, the volcanic activity deep underground provides your house with a source of geothermal power. You are not sure why your grandfather decided to draw from this source of energy when he had the unlimited power of the atom at his disposal, but it has been this way for as long as you can remember. You have chalked it up to your family's long-standing propensity for eclectic fursuits. Wait, you mean pursuits? Jade, retrieve fursuit from magical chest. What is this nonsense about fursuits? You do not own a fursuit. You think anthropomorphic fauna are really cute and enchanting and all, but it has never occurred to you to dress as one. Sure, it is fun to imagine what it would be like to run wild with a pack of wolves or purr and frolic with a litter of kittens, but dressing up as an animal just seems ridiculous. It would still just be a silly girl draped in a raggedy synthetic tuffy piece of crap. And seriously, who are you trying to kid with that sort of baloney? Anyway, it's not a magic chest. It's your gadget chest, which you have adapted for storing a number of useful gizmos. It was once your oracle's trunk, a gift from your grandfather, of course, and still contains many silly fortune-telling knickknacks, all of which are completely bogus. Jade Hartley, 100%. We love her. Jade, open chest. Man, this aged well. Yeah, remember back when the internet hated furries? It still sort of does to a lesser, like a much lesser.
They're a bit more mainstream these days.
Yeah, they're much more accepted. But yeah, oh wow, did the internet not like furries back then? Among the fortune-telling knickknacks are these items: a crystal ball plus compulsory velvet pillow, a tarot deck, a magic 8-ball, a magic cue ball, and one of your favorite books of all time, Problem Sooth. God, Problem Sooth is... I forgot that Problem Sooth existed. Among the useful gizmos are, of course, your computer, which you keep inside a fun lunchbox for easy transport, and a couple of gizmos you keep handy so you don't always have to make the long trip to the kitchen. There is a cookalizer for preparing delicious meals, and a refrigerator, a name which clearly is a wacky variation on the much more common household item, the refrigerator. They've also multiplied.
Refrigerifier.
Refrigerifier. Thank you. They've multiplied since 2009. That is correct. They are everywhere now. You're talking to one of them. 2 of them. Maybe. Jade, examine Magic 8-Ball and Magic Cue Ball. These things are stupid and useless. When the Magic 8-Ball isn't being frustratingly ambiguous, its forecast was always wrong. You have tested it numerous times with certain facts you know to be true. This is its reply for when you ask if it's your friend's John's birthday today. See? Stupid! You guess maybe it could be used as a reverse prediction device and always trust the opposite of what it says, but that seems dumb to you. And anyway, the thing gives you a bad vibe. You might consider smashing it, but you're a little superstitious about whatever ominous consequences that might have, even if the occult talisman in question is a cheap piece of garbage. What is it called? Please tell me what it is called. The belt buckle Derringer toy? Oh god. Let me see. Let me look this up.
To Wikipedia we go.
That's insane. You're essentially giving a child a gun. You're giving a child a gun on their belt buckle. You've essentially given a child a concealed carry. That's insane.
Apparently, you can get one on Etsy.
Why can you get one on Etsy?
I don't know.
Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Holy shit. Who better to trust with guns than children, of course. I mean, we saw how that went with Jade. The magic cue ball, on the other hand, is said to make predictions with alarming precision and specificity. Unfortunately, it lacks a portal on its surface that allows you to view the prediction. You put both of these pieces of junk back in the box. Jade, capture log refrigerator. I mean, Jade uses an AK-47 for her strife, so... Is it an AK? Is it specifically
I
an
don't
AK?
know guns.
I will have to look next time. Because I know she uses a rifle for the most part, but I think later on she gets an AK? I don't know. Like, she uses, like, a standard, like, semi-auto rifle. Not even semi-auto. It looks like a bolt-action rifle. Okay. She also does get a harpoon of sorts. You take the refrigerator. You might as well grab the cookalizer, too. No portable kitchen is complete without it. You take your lunch top too, because obviously you're going to be using that pretty soon. Whoops, there goes your flute. But who cares? Jade, feed your friend. Before you go out to feed Beck, you'll need to prepare a meal for him. You clear some space on your work table so you can set up your refrigerator and cookalizer. Just for fun, Jade allows you to take a stab at matching the cards to use the gizmos. It doesn't present much of a challenge for her, so she figures she might as well step aside while providing a few generous hints. No, warmer, cooler, cold, warmer, yes, no, cold, ice cold, warmer. Yeah, an AK would work in rifle kind. It does fit. It's just for the most part, I think she uses what appear to be bolt action, and then later on is when it goes into like AK range. You have selected the key lime. Way to go. Try again. Hot. Wait. No. Cold. Really cold. Frozen fucking tundra. Take another crack at this. I love this little sprite of her looking up. It's so silly. Congratulations. You advance your matching skill to a new level. Yukon Hero. Legacy of the Frostbite Amputee. Jade is beginning to regret breaking the fourth wall for this ill-advised escapade. Okay, one more time. If it weren't known in advance how terrible you were going to be at this matching game, the author may have given a second thought to preparing this cool interactive Flash application. Look at these fruits on the loose. Good luck trying to settle them down. Honestly, we're reading a comic right now.
I see. Are you implying that we are fruits?
I am, in fact, implying that we are fruits.
You wouldn't be incorrect.
I would be so shit at memory modus. I honestly would be, like, decent at memory modus. You just deployed the gadgets yourself. At the pictograph one? Yeah, the pictograph one's pretty good. I think definitely I would, out of all of them, I would probably use matching, like, memory modus. Jade, stick fruits in the refrigerator to keep them fresh. These fruits are unlikely to become less impudent anytime soon, regardless of where they are stored, but you stick them in there anyway. Oh, Lamau, that's so good. You take a look at the refrigerator's rotary interface. You wonder what he's in the mood for today. Jade, press the stake button. Okay, well, it's a rotary dial, so there are no buttons to press, but whatever, that doesn't really matter. You dial up a thick T-bone steak, which you are sure Beckriel is in the mood for because he is in the mood for steak every day, and is never in the mood for anything else. You use Tree in Genesis Project? Yeah, I actually haven't played Genesis Project in a very long time, so I don't know any of the updates and stuff that was made. But he does like his steak well cooked. Jade, lightly irradiate steak. He does prefer his steak rare after all, but he will not dignify the thought of turning the knob up much further because you're not stupid. Tree is OP, Rose just doesn't know how to use it. So fucking true. You capture log the irradiated steak and save it for your trip outside. You probably shouldn't waste more time. You wouldn't want all those nice depleted steak isotopes to settle down. Also, I saw a drawing the other day where it was just a drawing of Jade, and it just like pointed to her and it says highly radioactive.
Those did appear to be uranium rocks on the work table before she just shuffled them off to the side.
Yeah, no, like if you were to approach Jade, I feel like you would
the
get
Geiger
radiation.
counter is going off.
Yeah, Jade would set off a Geiger counter. She is exposed to uranium so frequently, from the looks of it.
Indeed.
You capture log the irradiated steak and save it for your trip outside. You probably shouldn't waste much more time. You wouldn't want to... Oh, wait, we already read this. Jade, examine the atomic base by your bed. You wouldn't exactly call it an atomic base, but it is heavily customized to accommodate a high level of musical virtuosity, the perfect instrument for the eclectically spirited. You've tuned the strings way down, of course, because your stumpy arms can't reach the low notes. That's so good. That's so funny to me. You switch your eclectic bass to its advanced setting, but you probably switch it back since obviously it's too complicated to play in person like this. The default setting is your preferred mode for casual jamming, and since you can't possibly waste enough time playing music, you casually jam. Casually jamming is exactly what you're gonna do. You play the bass? Hell yeah. I actually, yeah, no, yeah, it wouldn't be fatal. Sorry, my brain is hopping around the chat. But yeah, I recently have started learning bass, and I want to learn this little bass, this haunting bass line, because it's very nice. Jade, capture like base. Hello, homie G Skillet. You take the portable amp from the wall socket, too. Jade, open lunch top. You like to make yourself comfy in your plushie pile before getting down to business with your computer. Jade, get down to business. Autism nesting. So real. Jade, activate Pester Chum. Hey look, John's online. Hooray! It also looks like Dave pestered you about something yesterday, but you missed it. Jade, pester John. You greet John, but he does not respond. He's undoubtedly gallivanting around his house in a state of barely restrained birthday mirth. He may also be retrieving the 2 packages and the 2 envelopes which you are certain came in the mail for him earlier. You will wait a little while and see if he returns before you head out. Jade, see if Dave left you a sweet new wrap. I wish I had a portable amp. My shit weighs 413 pounds. Lamau. They sell like mini amps. I don't know if a mini amp would support a bass. I think those are more meant for guitars. But I know they exist. I think a bass might overload it. It does not appear so, but you just never know with that crazy and cool guy. So cool. Hey. Oh. You're asleep again, aren't you? Or do you even know if you are? I still don't know how that works. It's like nothing means anything. It's so cool getting hella chumped by your coquettish damn riddles all the time. I don't know why I believe anything you say. I'm like the Grand Marshal of gross chumpage, waving around my baby-ass chump-ductor baton. Assistant Director of Chumpography, celebrated author Ernest Chumpingway. Wait, weak. Chumple Stiltskin. Chumple Dipshit? Yeah, you're asleep. Yes? No? ASL? S equals species here? Baboon? Kangaroo rat? If kangaroo rat, yif twice, please. Okay, well, you're not saying anything, so I guess whether you're non-awake or unasleep or whatever, you're just not around and I'm wasting good material. Even worse, I'm wasting a killer fursona here. Like, I don't know, like a wide open V-shaped leotard and a fuck ton of body paint and like sinewy back arching critique. Oh god, Cirque du Soleil. Fuck. I hate French. Cirque du Soleil. Hi guys, I'm B-Day was 413 days ago. That shit's quieter than my phone. Lamau. Birthday mirth from you, Ben. Looking motherfucker. Always low to the ground getting a good prowl on. Like I dropped my keys in the dark. Nibbleless son of a bitch who had the gumption to glue a nasty pair of latex cat lips on his face. For a reason that wasn't a joke. Jade, hey, where are you? Seriously, I'm sitting here tonight with a fucking bag of kibble jacked open on my lap and primed for a goddamn bear. And you're gone. By the way, my name is...
Aquate Permos.
Yeah, hi, welcome to... My brain is not allowing me to read today. I say today, that's every day, but still, my brain is not allowing me to read. Hardest buttock in the jungle. Tempered steel. Hey, yeah, just wanted to give you this remix I finished. Here. Turntech Godhead sent Gardenostic file explore remix.mp3. So, yeah. You don't have to respond to any of that, by the way. I'll probably forget half of the shit I said anyway. Talk to you tomorrow. Jade, open Fresh Jams. seeing that, like, some of these are a collaboration between the two of them. It's really cute. Just thinking of like the beta kids making music together. Seems fitting to be reading the Bible while listening to Dave monologue about his persona. I have used chrysanthemums multiple times in the epilogues already. There's a video called So Wholesome where the beta kids played Jade's Pester Quest theme. That's really cute. That sounds really cute. You open the Fresh Jams media player and add Dave's remix to the playlist. Jade, open Echidna and go to mspaintadventures.com.
Damn.
You open your web browser and visit MSPA. You navigate to the random page in the middle of the latest epic. Looks like he was just finishing up some sort of weird tangential intermission here. Some sort of whatever it was, it clearly advanced the plot in no relevant way whatsoever. This is the first instance of a homosuck. Crazy.
I'm sorry, the first instance of a homosuck?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're right. That is the homosuck.
That's the homosuck art style.
It sure is.
It's homosuck John. All the way at page 831 and not Act 6. And intermission. Midnight Crew. Act 1031.
Forgot how pretty this song was.
It really is. So much
It's
of
really
so much of the Midnight
kind
Crew
of
and
gorgeous.
film music is so good.
It is kind of gorgeous. I don't know. It's a vibe. Act 1031?
Yeah.
Give me fucking 1031 acts of Midnight Crew. Give me that shit.
Remember that thing that everyone used to talk about where Hussey was like, yeah, Homestuck's just kind of a warm-up for something much bigger. Hussey is actually currently stockpiling the entirety of the Midnight Crew comic.
Oh no.
God. You've killed a little time, but still no sign of John. Jade, pester Dave. Hi, Dave. Hey, sup? Not much. Sup with you, bro? Good one. It's alright. Being chill, I guess. You know how it goes. Great. Feeling cool today, Mr. Cool Guy? Oh man, you know it. So cool. You know, shit is ice cold up in here. Shit is wicked bananas, I'm telling you. So, have you talked to John today? Yeah, we were just talking a while ago about how he sucks at Asilodex. Can you believe he uses stack? That kid's ridiculous. We already read through this, didn't we?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Well, shit. Dave, Strife.
Oh god. For Dave.
Poor Dave. God. Rose is online. Jade, Pester Rose. Didn't we also read this one, or is this one different?
This one's different.
This one's different. Okay, cool. We'll read this one.
Okay, sorry, I'm stretching. I forgot I was reading today.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Listen, I've just been having a good time listening. I was the audience, remember?
Yeah.
Okay. I require a font of frighteningly accurate yet infuriatingly non-specific information. Do you know where I can find a wellspring of this sort?
Yes, okay, but we can't talk for long.
You have plans?
Well, yes, I do, but it's just that you will lose your internet connection soon, and we won't talk again for a pretty long time. Not until you enter.
Enter?
Yeah.
This is what I was talking about. This was the itch that needed scratching. My avarice for the inscrutable. It is limitless.
LOL. What did you want to know?
You've been insisting today was the big day. We would all play a game you didn't know the name of. A game you said I'd get in the mail, and did. One that would help me answer some questions. But Strider is being obtuse. I can't catch John and his computer, and you don't even have the game yourself. And on top of all that, my internet is unstable. So you are sure today is the day?
There sure are a lot of challenges, but yes, I'm sure. Dave is cool. You'll know he'll come around when the time is right. He just has a lot of work to do first, and so do you. You'll need to keep searching for a stable signal and power source. It'll be hard, but don't give up. And don't worry about me either. Focus on playing with John first. It all starts with you two.
Is there nothing else you can say to prepare me for this? I'm sure you think little of birthday. Blithely? That says blithely, not birthday. Interesting.
Yeah.
You scrolled at the exact moment that I was reading it. I'm sure you think little of blithely upsetting dark forces with Grandpa Moreau over there on Hell Murder Island, but honestly, I've read a few books on it.
Dark? That's ridiculous. I don't really know what to tell you other than it's not going to be what you think it is. And most importantly, you'll have your questions answered, but they will be ones you haven't thought to ask. Just be patient and be brave. You'll see, it'll be fun. Uh-oh, looks like you've got to go. Take care, Rose. Jade, be the other girl. Oh my god, Vriska Circuit in chat, real? Crazy.
Is she now?
Yeah. You are now the other girl several hours in the future. It appears a secret passage in the mausoleum has been opened. It is getting awfully toasty in here. You gather up your belongings, including your dead cat. Rose, descend. Jade, stop being the other girl and pester John again. You spent enough time for now concerning yourself with the future of your friends. John will not be available until later. By then, he will have his hands full, as will you. Let me change my name to a Pester Chum name, Lamau. You pack up your lunch top and get ready to take care of some business downstairs. Jade, descend. Try as you might, you can't stop your mind from drifting to the fate of your friends. You dwell on a particular configuration of reminders on your finger. years, not hours. Under bare white branches, a sentry wakens. Nom 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 nom. Hottest character in Homestuck right here. PM. Yeah. Correct. God.
Ah, yes, the worm, my favorite Homestuck character.
Ah, yeah. No, honestly, the worm too. You ready to read your fun little walkthrough?
Hmm. Indeed. My lot in life. When will it be over? I'm sure all of our readers are saying. All right. And just when I got my snack, too. If I could have you zoom in just a smidge once again.
Just one more smidge.
Perfect. Z001. Some stuff about captcha codes and punch card alchemy. Is anyone actually reading any of this, or are they all dead? I don't know if anyone besides us is even alive and playing the game, or if anybody even really cares what I have to say. Oh, this is not me. This Rose said I should add some stuff to this frequently asked
is
questions.
this John?
It might be.
This is John. Wait. Oh shit.
I was wondering why the prose seemed off.
Some stuff about capture codes and punch card alchemy. Is anyone actually reading any of this? Or are they all dead? I don't know if anyone besides us is even alive and playing the game, or if anyone really cares what we have to say. Rose said I should add some stuff to this FAQ if anything occurred to me, so I guess I'm doing that. I figured at the very least it'll be a good reference for for just us to use. But Dave probably won't read any of this because he's sort of this whopping stupid horse butt, whatever. I finally figured out what those weird codes on the back of the capture log cards are for. Well, maybe not what they're always for, but a way that Spurb has exploited them for an in-game purpose. Every captured item stamps the card with a unique code, and a gizmo in Spurb called the Punch Designix will punch a unique pattern of holes in a card which is derived from that code. The punched card can then be used with other gizmos to duplicate the item and or combine it with another item. I got to thinking about this, and with my amazing hacker skills, I noticed a trend. A hole pattern is based on a fairly simple cipher, converting the captcha code to binary, and then the binary pattern is punched where 1 is a punched hole and 0 is an unpunched slot. So, here's the table just to be clear. 0 to 0, 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4, 5 to 5, 6 to 6, 7 to 7, 8 to 8, and 9 to 9. Not gonna read the rest of this. There are a couple oddball characters, exclamation point and question mark at the end bring it up to 63. 0 through 63 equals 64 total, i.e. 6 bits. Cause the binary representation of the captcha code cares are a 6-bit or 6 bits each. God damn. Which have a range of 0 to 63. I don't know what it is about this font. It is not loving my brain right now. So, for instance, the captcha code for the hammer is NZ7UN6BI. Look up the index for N first, which is 49. The binary of 49 is 110001. Keep doing that for all the characters and you get binary. Okay, that's the pattern that will be punched on the card. But The bits are arranged top to bottom, left to right in 4 columns, like this. Or punched on a card like this. Wow. Okay, so that pretty much looks like shit, but you get the idea. So to combine two items, you just overlap 2 punch cards. Only the places where both cards have a hole will show through. So it's sort of like a bitwise AND operation on both cards. The new pattern gives you the code for the new item. For instance, combining the code for a hammer and a pogo ride gives a new code with less holes, obviously, which translates to 126GH48G. That whole pattern went on to make the pogo hammer, which is so rad, you have no idea. I've also wondered if you can combine items in other ways, like a bitwise OR. That means combining the cards to get more holes, not less. I.e., the new pattern has a hole for every hole on either card. This pattern would be accomplished by double punching a card. Like 2 codes, 1 card. I've got to try that at some time. But there are some mysterious things about all this. First of all, with the hole slots, there are 48 bits in total, which means there are almost 300 trillion possible codes. And 300 trillion sounds huge. But when you consider it's supposed to account for all conceivable items, including all the wacky combinations of stuff, it suddenly doesn't seem that big. This leads me to believe that not every combination of items has a viable duplicate. But this is kind of obvious anyway, since there are many combinations of punch cards that will produce either a blank card with and, or a totally punch card with or. So there are a lot of dud combinations out there. So many that'll just lead to the same pattern. Like for instance, a gun and an atom bomb could make some sort of ultimate death ray. But for that matter, a shoehorn and a potted plant could lead to the exact same pattern. So weird. Also, it seems like combined items will always have patterns with either much fewer holes or much more holes than more ordinary items, which will occupy the vast meaty middle of all possible patterns. It is strange and counterintuitive that more complex items have simpler patterns, but hey, there you have it. But all this sort of makes me guess this system can be cracked in some way. Like if you have a complicated item and you want to extract simpler item components from it, there might be some algorithm for deriving the pattern you want, or at least narrowing down the possibilities. There might also be ways of charting through the simpler patterns on both ends of the bit spectrum, and pinning down the ones that will make cooler stuff. Who knows? I want to ask Jade about this because she's really good at this sort of thing somehow, even though she doesn't have any elite hacker cred. And she doesn't have my elite hacker cred. Too bad she makes herself so scarce all the time. Jade, if you ever read this, let me know what you think. Also, there is a punch card calculator. You can put any like image URL and it makes a punch card for you. It's really cool. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm gonna be so real. I didn't know that was a thing when I first went through this again. You enter the laboratory. Rose, look for mad scientists. There are no scientists to be found, mad or otherwise. Or anyone for that matter. The lab appears to be deserted. There is a kiosk though. It looks like the kiosk monitors the lab's enormous hub grid. Jade, transportalize as far down as you can go. This is as far down as you can go. The grand foyer is still a few floors down, but the transportalizer on that level is blocked by one of your grandpa's impressive big game trophies, and you just don't think he would cotton to someone moving it. Speaking of which, here are some of his trophies now. He has a million of these ghastly things. You really dislike them. Jade, proceed. You hop down a level. Granddad also likes to accumulate valiant knights from his travels. These are pretty cool, you guess. Jade, keep going. Oh yeah, how could you forget about his stash of decrepit mummies? God, you hate these things. Jade, don't stop. This is your grandfather's collection of what he refers to as his beauties. No lovely lady will be fit for his collection unless her portrait has spent at least 20 years bleaching in the front of a window of a beauty parlor. A sort of establishment he's plundered no less frequently than ancient tombs. You guessed they were sort of like your sisters while growing up, and you were always encouraged to look like them. They are all awfully pretty ladies, you suppose, but it was always hard to get as excited about them as Grandpa.
Jade, study hard and keep your rifle at the ready. When adventure summons, I know you will rise to the task and take your rightful place among the daughters of Eclectica.
That old coot sure is a bag of wind. Jade, complete your descent. You reach the ground level. This is the stupid thing blocking the transportalizer. It is unspeakably hideous. Down the southeast hall is the grand foyer. You have to cross through it to leave the house. Which one is this again? This isn't Echidna, right? Bug? Bug? Ah, I see. Bug is currently muted.
I didn't know that I was muted. I don't know when that happened. I've been talking this whole time. Fucking no wonder. All right.
Apologies.
I think it's Echidna.
I think it's also Echidna. I forget what Echidna looks like.
I also forget what Echidna looks like. No, I think it's Echidna because of the green.
Valid.
I remember Echidna being green. So.
Yeah, no, that is completely right. What else have you been saying?
I don't remember.
Damn.
You expect me to remember the things that come out of my mouth? That's too much. There's no way.
Honestly, same though. I never.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, everyone's saying that it might be Typheus.
It might at that.
Let me see. What does Echidna look like? Homestuck Echidna. No, that's definitely not Echidna. It might be Typheus. Yeah, it's Typheus. It is 100% Typheus.
Oh.
Echidna is in fact blue. You were correct.
Oh.
Thank you, Dimensional. And Water.
My bad.
You've reached the ground level. Oh yeah. Down the southeast hall is the grand foyer. You'll have to cross through it to leave the house. Looks like someone is pestering you, even though you thought you logged off. Jade, answer. Hey, remember when you said the hardest thing you thought you'd have to do today is roast?
It's Carcat, isn't it?
It's Carcat.
I'm not even looking at your stream right now. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew. You know, me fucking saying that really did speak into existence my own demise. I fucking hate it here. All right. All right. Time to fucking cry, I guess. Yeah. All right.
Not much, Carcat.
It will be though, because I forgot. Act 3 definitely is where the shit starts.
That it is.
Oh god, let me fucking drink something first. Let me fucking drink something first. I was not prepared. God.
For everyone who doesn't know, Bug did a big batch of recording last night, and their vocal cords are just ever so slightly sore.
Ever so slightly fried, yeah.
Yeah, and before recording, before starting the live stream today, said, I mean, yeah, it won't be that bad. I think the hardest thing I'll have to do is Rose. And oh boy, was he wrong. Oh boy.
And yet here we fucking are. Excuse me. You know what? Give me 2 seconds. Warm up the crowd for me. I'm actually going to sing my warm-ups because if I do this right now with my vocal cords the way they fucking are, I might break something, and you need me for more projects. So
I
I'm
do
gonna
need you for more projects.
go actually warm up to be able to do Car Cat. Be right back. It shouldn't take more than 2 minutes.
2 minutes, goddamn.
2 minutes is not that long.
Hey, listen, I'm a very impatient person. There's a reason I chose most of the class
Fine, you
specs
want
that
me to
I
do this
did.
raw? Are you telling me you want me to do this raw?
I am not saying that I want you to do it raw.
Mm-hmm. Give me 1 minute.
Okay. Okay. I will give you 1 minute. Read us Crowbar's Wikipedia page. Okay, yeah, I got you. Let me get that pulled up. Crowbar is the 7th member of the Felt. Concept and creation. Crowbar's hat is designed after the maroon billiard ball, numbered 7. His name comes from the number's resemblance to the prying tool, which is also Crowbar's primary weapon and method of interacting with the world. Biography. This
And
article
back.
is a stub. You can help MS Paint Adventures Wiki by expanding it. Caliborn Session.
Alright. Alright, okay. Well, thank you for that aside.
Yeah.
Hi again, idiot!
Oh no!
So I guess today is finally the day you fuck everything up. Is there nothing I can do to change your mind?
You can leave me alone! How can you even be talking to me after I blocked you? And after I locked out?
You don't get that I am better and smarter than you in every way forever. You don't get that because you are incredibly stupid.
I get that you're a jerk and should shut up. Goodbye, you jerk. Gardenostic
Did it.
blocked carcinogeneticist.
Alright, I did it. We're good.
Yeah.
Everything's...
Rose, look at that kiosk. Looks like a mapping of each hub's index. It appears one of the hubs was recently unlocked. Rose, go to the center and do a goofy dance. At the center, you find a little stage that looks perfect for supporting a spectacularly silly dance. Or it would if standing on it didn't make you a little nervous. And also if that didn't sound like it was a bad idea given the circumstances. It sort of looks like the various contraptions you've been deploying in John's house. You wonder what it does. Rose, attempt to plug laptop into a nearby hub. Great, you just vaporized your dead cat. Oh well, ashes to ashes, you guess. There's gotta be a better way to deal with this lousy tree. Rose, examine fetch modus. Looks like you can choose between picking leaves or awkwardly uprooting the whole tree, as you've been doing. You select the leaf as you turn off auto balance, since its consequences can be a little mystifying sometimes. You gather up all your items again in an order that places your laptop in a conveniently accessible leaf. You're not sure why you didn't do this a lot sooner. Kind of a funny looking tree now, but your concern for structural elegance is at an all-time low. Rose, find the unlocked hub. As long as you're going to plug in your computer, you might as well find that hub. Here it is. Hub SN Lab 0413. It is unlocked and thus removable from the grid. You suspect this was the same beacon transmitting the unsecured signal you were using earlier. I think I actually have to skip this one because I think it's lightly copyrighted, copywritten. Because I still think it's close enough to the normal how do I that
Oh yeah, no,
How
that's
Do I
so
Live
fair
Without You?
actually.
So I'm gonna skip that one really quickly.
Again, I can't hear your music, so I wouldn't have never have noticed.
Yeah. As much as I would love to listen to the Bunny Back in the Box version of How Do I Live Without You.
I have a really funny story
What? What is
vaguely
your funny
about
story?
that. So, I used to go to karaoke all the time, right?
Yeah.
On the weekends with my friends when I still lived in Japan. And we would literally go and get dressed up in Homestuck cosplay to go to karaoke. I am not joking. And this is like Japanese style karaoke where you had the little like box
Yeah, where you
that you
you had the
little booth.
karaoke room.
Yeah, it's a karaoke room. It's not like you're not like at a bar. I wasn't like doing this in front of fucking hapless bar goers. You know what I mean? I wasn't about to do that.
Yeah.
But we would rent a room, and they always knew it was us because obviously we were showing up in gray face at intervals. And our tradition was at the end of the night we would all sing "How Do I Live" as badly as humanly possible. Like, just as the most dramatic fucking bullshit you've ever heard, and that was like the traditional karaoke ending of the night.
God, that's so fucking funny.
Yeah. I have pictures. I have literal, like, printed out pictures of me in, I think, Terezi cosplay, fucking singing "How Do I Live." It was a whole thing.
God, I haven't been to a karaoke booth in like a couple months. We have those out here.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think we have exactly one here in my city. I've been exactly once, and it was a little, understandably, lackluster than what I'm used to.
I can
So,
imagine.
but yeah, that's my further Homestuck lore from me. You're welcome.
I love that. No, that was not the voice of Broadway Carcat, but he gets that a
Wait.
lot.
I get that a lot. Wait, who said that? I didn't see it. Hold on.
So, someone in chat says, "Wait,
No,
holy shit, is that the voice of Broadway Carcat?"
I am not the voice of Broadway Carcat. I just sound like that. I appreciate the compliment though. I take it as one. I just no. I'm not even doing a Broadway Carcat impression.
Yeah,
That's
that's just your Carcat.
which is really funny. That's just what Carcat sounds like.
You haven't heard my Carcat since I changed it. That's crazy. I just realized.
Who?
Carcat.
Oh,
I'll have to
Yeah.
show you that later.
you should.
But yeah. I swear your KK impression is identical, Lamau.
Thank you.
It's so funny because like during the showcase when the trailer came on, there were so many people that were like, "Is that Broadway Carcat? Is that like?"
I got Broadway Carcat like 5 times, and oh my god, is Case back at least 3 times, which
Yeah.
is insane because Case Homestuck has literally said to me verbatim, "Wow, you really do just sound like a mix between me and Broadway Carcat." That's insane. I will take that. That comment is like tacked to the refrigerator in my brain. It's like it's fucking in its own little gilded frame, a la Lalonde household. Fucking, I will never forget that as long as I live. Anyway,
That's so funny.
that happened at the very first ever SawCon, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that conversation happened during our panel at the first ever SawCon. Yeah.
God. Oh, that's so funny.
I'm
You
sorry
pick
to
up-
keep interrupting.
No, it's all good. You pick up the laptop leaf from the tree. Get a velvet pillow for that shit, Lamau. You plug your laptop into the hub, then capture log the hub, and then the laptop. There must be a better place around here to set up your computer. This huge grid of electronics is sort of uninviting. You look around. Hey, what's that? God damn it, the fucking... It's another one of these ominous countdowns. You didn't notice it when you first entered the lab about a minute ago. It looks like this one may have been ticking for years. Whatever it's ticking down to, there isn't much time. You can only hope that when you turn on your computer again, there will be a connection invitation from one Mr. Strider. Again, in the future. Another timer winds down, sideways. It's so funny that there's very serene music going on right now, and we're about to have very not serene music going on right now.
Right.
Oh, it's not a clickable arrow. Damn, I got bamboozled.
I know. Devastating.
Honestly. Abscond. Can't abscond, bro. Round 2. Happening. What does? You don't have time to humor every random thought that pops into your head. The clock is ticking. Rose, look around for anything else of importance. This looks like something of importance. It appears to be Skynet's primary session terminal, monitoring a great number of superb sessions in the northeastern United States and parts of Canada. Upon further investigation, you draw some logical conclusions. It looks like each session consists of an IP address and a physical location. The colored dots on the map appear to be meteor impact sites. It seems each session corresponds with the meteor, but not all meteors have sessions. The color of the dot appears to indicate the status of the meteor's descent. Red dots indicate meteors that have already landed. Yellow's dots are imminent collisions, and green will impact later, and blue will take the longest to touch down. Lamau? You use the panel to center on your present location and zoom in. Surrounding the lab are of course, the hundred of smaller meteors that have been raining down steadily throughout the evening. Most of these meteorites have either landed already or will shortly. Centered over the lab is a significantly larger imminent collision. You can't say precisely how imminent, but you could certainly take an educated stab at it. Just southwest of the lab, centered suspiciously near the location of your house, is an even larger looming collision, though this one appears slightly less imminent. The terminal looks like it can monitor any meteor or session around the world. Search filters can be applied, as well as restricting results based on size, time of impact, location, and so on. You zoom way out and narrow the search based on size. The two at the top of the list appear to be the biggest by far. You examine only their coordinates. The second biggest is centered over a U.S. city. The biggest by a landslide is, luckily for the Earth you suppose, way out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Oh no. Rose, turn on your laptop and check on John. You plug the laptop into the hub again and turn it on. It is now powered and connected to the wireless signal. The hub is broadcasting. Your Spurb session reconnects. No sign of John here. You wonder why the house is shaking. Last time you saw him, he was on the roof platforms. You'll have to navigate via the Spurb interface to find him. Rose, ascend. John, high five Nanaquin.
Teehee. I'm sorry. Good work, John.
Oh, hey, you're back.
For now. I'll have to leave again shortly. It looks like there's another large meteor headed for my present location.
Oh, so you mean Dave connected with you?
Not yet. I'll explain later. But I think I've determined that activating the timer in your game is not directly responsible for summoning a meteor to your location. The countdown seems merely to exist as a kind of warning to the player, as well as a strange coincidence.
Okay. I don't really think I get it. Is this relevant?
Probably not at the moment, and certainly not to you. I have to go.
Okay, later.
P.S. Try not to waste too much of that grist while I'm gone.
John, climb that ladder. Thank you, Worm. Have y'all read Vast Error? I haven't. I've been thinking about it lately. I've heard good
I've read a
things.
little. I
I've
have
read it.
not read all of it, but what I did read I found enjoyable. So
I've been told good things by one of the writers of Pester Quest Rewritten. So I have put it on my list of things to do. I was trying to come up with the words in my brain. You rocket up the ladder to the dizzying heights of the vaunted Boy Skylark Run. Your new feather is hard earned and well deserved, and alarmingly fashionable. John, collect fat loots. Your ceramic pork hollow rejoices in the mound of wealth yielded from your meteoric ascent up the ladder. You are still not sure what all these boon dollars can actually get you, but when pulling in such insane loot, hand over fist like this, who cares? Not you. Read a bit, but horribly behind. I have a lot to catch up on. So fair. I think at this point there's also like a visual novel that is like required for the story. I don't think it's like required. Like they have a. I was told they have like a recap in there if you don't want to play it, but it is like plot important.
that's kind of insane.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know that I was gonna do like a Vast Error project at one point as the whoever the Jade Blood is. I don't know who the Jade Blood is, but I was going to voice her.
Okay.
The really hot one. That's basically the only information I have. I don't know her name. I'm
Do you
sorry.
do you mean most Jade Bloods?
Yes, I do mean most Jade Bloods. I didn't stutter.
God. John, pick up as much grist as you can hold. Your expanded cash limit is more than enough to accommodate the grist windfall. It isn't required, but it's a neat little prequel. Yeah. Enjoyed Snowbound Blood a lot. Yeah. They put a name in chat. If that is the one that you.
I have no idea. Let me Google it.
Apparently, Toby Fox has made a collaborative song with the creator of Toho, which is insane.
Yes.
That's absolutely crazy.
Yes, it's that one.
It is that one?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You heard the last volume of SBB is going to come out soon. Is it? I thought it was like fully done. I didn't realize that there was like another volume to still come out. Crazy. You gather up 2,260 pieces of build grist, 1,040 pieces of shale, 490 drops of tar, and 350 drops of mercury. You can't wait to find out what amazing items this new supply of grist will be just barely insufficient to produce. Oh god, there's grist litter down there too? Those stupid ogres were like huge grist pinatas. One of those big sour grape electric holocaust fruit gushers is jammed in the hole in the platform. You guess there's only one way to get it. Might be an epilogue or something. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Bug, Nana Sprite.
No.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Grandma time. John, don't forget your book. It is your birthright. You ought to give it a read when you have a moment, particularly the first several pages.
Okay, Nana, I will. Hey, Nana?
Yes, dear.
Since I'm trying to get up to that gate, and since you can sort of conjure floating beds and throw me around and all, couldn't you just throw me up to the gate?
Yes, of course, John. But that would not serve your purpose well. There is a very good reason why you should build up to it and then keep building.
Oh, okay. I guess that's what I figured. So just one more thing. Do you think that instead of telling me exactly why that is with a clear explanation, you can give me a series of really coy riddles about it and then sort of giggle?
John, you are a very fresh young man. Your father has done such a wonderful job raising you. I am so proud of you both.
I guess.
When you pass through the first gate, everything will change. You will find the place where the constellations dance beneath the clouds, and then your true work may begin.
I suddenly understand everything. Elsewhere, we find a place where a kingdom lies entrenched beyond an impenetrable veil of darkness. Boba J says the Nana voice is stellar.
Oh, thanks. I have not done it very much. This is the first real test run. My Jane voice is southern, so I just tried to sound older.
Yeah.
So,
Graveyard stuffers.
You are now the peregrine mendicant. You are flying westward in your peculiar mobile station. You have no sense of your bearings presently. The door is blocked by a metal column which extended through the entry shaft before liftoff. What will you do? PM. Check mail. This message to Dr. Brenner looks pretty serious. Also, people say that this is Dad Egbert's like real name. But I don't think that's it. I don't think that's true.
yeah.
Because they're like, oh yeah, it's Washington and it's serious business. It's his name. I don't know. It could be. Who knows?
It could be.
I don't think it is
We
though.
have no idea.
Yeah. PM. Open envelope. Never. The mail is sacred, and sacred is the trust between the postman and the recipients of his precious parcels. You have made a solemn pledge to deliver the letter to the doctor just as soon as you determine where this address is, or find any sort of discernible mailing address in this wasteland for that matter. The mail is freedom. The mail is life. The mail is the very fabric of Wait. Hold that thought for one moment. What do you think Dr. Brenner's class spec is?
Uh,
Dr. Brenner is a page of life.
I could see it.
Yeah. The male is the one final hope for resurrecting a dead planet from its ashes, and the letter carriers are the brave soldiers of God in the righteous crusade. They are the defenders of the light of knowledge, free communication, and the exchange of ideas. They are the bold toters of all those little papery conduits of freedom, the white postmarked angels that whisper a message on their deliverance, a promise to the yearning. There is hope yet. Liberty, reason, justice, civility, edification, perfection, male. PM, examine keyboard on screen. It's the terminal you use to activate the station's homing mechanism. It looks like it is now returned control to you. The default viewport displays commands previously entered, including your last and only command. Home. PM. Type view. You type another one of the previously entered commands. It switches to a view of a young girl standing alone somewhere. There's a heavy amount of video interference for of some sort. The girl seems familiar to you. Do you want to be PM?
Oh, yeah, I'll do it. I realize that you are reading a lot, so I may as well. I don't have a PM voice. What does PM sound like?
I don't know. Next time I see my mailman, I'm going to tell him he's a soldier of God and see how it goes. Oh my God. The amount of people who, while I was working for the post office, told me thank you for your service is insane. It is insane the way that people view mailmen.
I mean, it is a war of sorts, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, it's crazy. Like, there was one point where my hands were really dirty after a long day and I was gonna wash my hands, but I didn't have anything in my car because I was in a drive-through. So, and it was during COVID, so like I couldn't go inside. So it was just pouring water on, like, from a water bottle on my hands, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a woman saw that and she like came out with like a bunch of wet wipes and was like, "Here you go. Thank you for your service." And I was like, "Okay."
That's insane.
It is so wild.
I mean, the mail is very important and very serious. Like, we love a union. No shade. So I get it. But that's kind of insane.
You push carts at the grocery store and had people go thank you for your service. Honestly, fair. Mailman's stronger than Marines. I was working 13-hour days, dog. Every day of the week. So, fuck yeah. I've had that same experience. God, how? Why are people thanking everyone for their service? Like, yeah,
I don't know.
people deserve it, but like it just feels
I, as a
excessive.
retail worker, demand to get thanked for my service.
The only reason we pay respect to mailmen is because there's no difference between a normal uniform and the postmaster general's. Fair.
Is there really?
There really isn't. No.
Oh my god. Insane.
Also. Thank you.
What fucking voice?
What would a lovely young male woman sound like?
Greetings.
There you go.
Don't I know you? I'm getting irradiated.
distinctly remember the water bottle to wet wipe transition. Honestly, yeah. It is a transition, dog. Rose, refuse to acknowledge the absurd tea set. You successfully disregard the tea set because it's stupid and shouldn't be in a place like this. You probe further into the lab. It looks like a little girl's room. This all strikes you as a bit odd. No time for messing around in here, though. Rose, wear the scarf. Be the writer. Okay, maybe you'll do a little messing around. You are only human after... what is that? You were accosted by a friendly mutant kitten. John, resist great urge to take the wedge shale. You know you should grab this thing, but... You're suddenly feeling apprehensive about entering your father's room. What with all the scampering around, it almost slipped your mind how much you hate his hideous clowns. No putting it off any longer. There's only one thing left to do. Give me a D. Give me an E. Give me an S. Give me a C. He has jumped down. Jade, scamper into Grand Foyer with wild abandon. Last scamper. You scamper your heart out and bump into something. You don't know why he always insists on keeping it so dark in here. Oh look, it was one of his dumb globes. These things make it awfully difficult to navigate the foyer. We get it, Granddad. You like to travel around the world going on adventures and stuff. Lousy goddamn stupid globes. Is Joey Claire a daughter of Eclectica? I suppose she eventually could become one. She is attracted to the blue girls. That is correct.
True story.
True story. I still haven't played Homestuck Act 2. I need to play that.
It's good. I liked it.
I miss Joey Claire. It's been a while.
Me too.
Jade, arm yourself. Grandpa will surely have stern words for you if he catches you without your trusty rifle at the ready. That's just what you need. Another one of his blustering, mustachioed diatribes. You're rolling your eyes in advance, getting them warmed up. No, I haven't. I have the game. I played like the first little bit with people, and then we never went back to it because it was like a group activity, and you know how group activities go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
so I just
also
never got back to it. I need to.
I also never made it past, I believe, the Jade car and the train on that particular iteration, just because there are a lot of like minuscule things you have to get really like right and do at specific times with like very little hints or like I don't know. It's needlessly difficult, and then the game mocks you for not being able to just read its mind.
Fair.
So I just got kind of frustrated and put it the fuck down.
That's fair. 1 week instead of if we ever get like bored of reading Homestuck, we can just
Never.
yeah, never. We can take a week and we can take a break
Play
and
through it.
play through Hive Swap on stream. That could be fun. But yeah, haven't played through the game or read the epilogues or Homestuck Beyond canon. That's fair. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It's definitely mine. I enjoy it. I say at least give it a chance, but yeah. But ideally, you can evade him altogether. All you have to do is get past the fireplace and out of the front door, and you will be scot-free. Jade, examine those chaps on the sofa. These are the Manor's 4 distinguished house guests. They like to gather here at the fireplace for tea time, as well as pretty much all other times. It is all very mannerly and civilized. You know exactly what's going to happen when you try to sneak by. The fireplace is going to light up and your grandpa's silhouette is going to appear in front of the fire to give you a good spook. He's so predictable. And there he goes. The old man has the flame. The return of VOFT. Okay, someone actually suggested that the other day, like in VOFT, and I was like having like a Let's Play page, and I was like, oh, you mean GOFT? And they were like, that does not exist. And I was like, unfortunately.
Awful. I remember Goft. I was there in the Goft era.
The GOFT era.
I don't game though. I'm not a gamer. I say actually being a gamer.
Yeah, you're out here playing games. You game.
I do. I game a little bit. I dabble.
God. You
Insane.
suppose you could still manage to sneak by the crafty old man if you were fast enough. Avoiding an encounter would be ideal. Also, just realized we don't have any music going. Encounters with him are usually intense. Jade, leap dramatically across the divide. Whoops. You guess an encounter with him is almost certain now, but most likely not for a while. Time to see what someone else is up to. Oh, let's say Dave. Right as I put the music on, we gotta turn it right back off.
It's so funny.
Strife! Aw, snap. Preloader psych out. Strife? Agreed. Yes, I'm going out with this gun. No, I will not go get a bigger one. No, I will not take yours. I can't even lift it. Oh, that is so preposterous. Do you even hear what you're saying? I will be fine. This is a perfectly deadly gun and it shoots lots of incredibly deadly bullets. Oh, will you just stop it? I'm going now. Goodbye. Jade, abscond. He was so much easier to deal with when he was alive. PM, miraculously survive. PM, pure explosion hole. Rose, refuse to acknowledge the absurd kitten. I love these little worm guys, they're so cute.
They're very cute.
You fail miserably. Oh, look, there's some more mad science crap over here. Rose, insert coin. This weird arcade gizmo adapted to this setup obviously doesn't take coins anymore, assuming it ever did. Besides, you left all your coins on the fridge, remember? Rose, let's play a game. It doesn't appear to be a game. It appears to be an purifier. Rose, screw around with the purifier. You can mess with the controls. Hey, Jasper's is alive! Or at least he was in the past. According to the timestamp, this was almost 9 years ago. You try to move the crosshairs with the joystick, but it seems permanently locked on a specific target. You might be able to unlock it, but you clearly don't have much time to horse around with this thing. You zoom out. It looks like you and Jaspers were having one of your sessions. You weren't making a lot of progress, though, because Jaspers was no doubt being characteristically recalcitrant. You possibly jotted this phrase down in your pad. It's hard to remember, though. Wait, could this be that day? Rose, cause time paradox. You attempt to purify Jaspers. This would surely cause a time paradox because you can plainly see that he has not yet told you his secret. He has not told you his secret yet. But it seems the machine has a safety mechanism to prevent such irresponsible purification practices. The paradox ghost imprint of Jaspers purifies instead, and then quickly settles into a mound of sludge. The machine beside it sucks it up the paradox sludge and begins some kind of automated procedure. It seems whatever sort of primordial biochemical properties the sludge possesses is being evaluated by the device. The device generates a fetal paradox clone of Jasper's. The wretched creature exhibits a number of unfortunate mutations, though. The good news is that it will be mercifully unestablished along with the facility shortly. This is also the bad news. Whoever was operating this machine in the past may have been making unsuccessful attempts to perfect the science of ectobiology. Rose, have flashback. There is no need for a flashback. Conveniently, you can watch what happened right here on the monitor. You roll the clock forward a few seconds. Jaspers reveals his stunning secret to you in strict confidence. Before you could ask him to clarify, he vanished into thin air. You now believe you understand why. However, you are not the one to purify him from this moment. Your hand was nowhere near the controls just now. A couple weeks after he vanished, his body was washed up along the riverbank. His suit was a mess. Your mother fitted him with a new one just before the absurd funeral service she insisted upon. Rose, trace Jasper's whereabouts on the machine. You rolled the clock forward a week after he vanished. It seems there's no accessible feed tracing his whereabouts during that time frame. You fast forward another week. There he is, just as you found him. Rose, fast forward to now.
The ethereal meowing really does get to me.
Chorale for Jaspers is such a good song. And then hard chorale later on with the fucking screaming meow.
Right. It's very cute. I need to know immediately if this Michael gentleman recorded his own meowing.
It's gotta be. Let me actually look that up.
Can you look it up? I kind of want to know. It's not something that I've ever really thought of before, but who did the meowing?
Well, because the Homestuck music wiki
And Choral for
exists,
Jaspers.
so I would assume.
One could assume.
Yes. Yes. Michael Guy Bowman says, and I quote, "My signature efforts from this album, of course, are Chorale for Jaspers, and it's Chorally or Chorally Pony
Choral?
Chorale." No, it's just a pun that he makes.
Oh.
Pony Chorale. They were the first two Homestuck tracks to feature vocals with me as the cat and Tavia as Maplehoof. For this, I am proud.
Oh God, what a fucking legacy! Imagine.
Honestly. Thank you, Michael Guy Bowman.
Big fan.
I believe he did it at night and got yelled at for meowing so loud. That's fucking crazy. Michael Guy Bowman is, in fact,
Insane.
the kind of guy to do that. That is correct. It's Jasper's. He's alive. Well, okay, he's still dead, but his body is intact. Turns out it wasn't some kind of disintegratificator like you thought. It's more like an escapalizer. Rose, purify Jasper's immediately. Good thing you finally have all this sorted out. You only have 10 seconds to spare. Time to stash the dead cat and Amscray. Rose, stop fooling around and transportalize out of there. Jade, locate and feed the devil beast you call a pet. What are
Pretty
y'all's
decent
class specs?
escapalization.
My class spec is a mage of heart. Bug.
My class spec is a seer of life. In fact. It's funny because in our server, in the VOFT community server, we've been recently having discussions of like what class you would be per aspect. Like not what your overall class spec would be, but like which class matches up for you with each aspect. And it's like a really fun little exercise.
Yeah, it's like really. It actually gets like I've
It
noticed that
gets you
like
fucking thinking.
it also like has given me a better understanding of a lot of the class specs.
Mm-hmm.
I have like a more thorough understanding of what each one is like more representative of.
Right.
And along with that, just I need to go through and get my hope class and my rage class and see what I would be for those, so I can finally post it in the VOFT community. Yeah, VOFT community Discord. If you guys aren't in there yet, it's a good time.
It's a good time. People are always posting cool art. We're always having interesting conversations. It's a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, Bubba, what is your class spec?
That's what I want to know now.
Page of Mind. Okay, interesting.
Baller. All right.
Waste of time, Lamau.
No, come on.
That's Homestuck's class bag. Good luck finding him. If he wants to be found, he'll find you. Becquerel has always managed to elude your prognosticative faculties. He is completely invisible to your intuition somehow. Property almost totally unique to him. Dragging back into my Homestuck phase, you will... I'm being dragged back into my Homestuck phase. You will all be hearing from my lawyers.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Oh yeah, I'm in Jay Friendlock's server, and we're doing the same all aspect-y thing. Hell yeah. It's a fun practice.
It is. It's very interesting, and also, if you're not a huge class spec nerd like me, it does give you a chance to, like, I don't know, learn a little bit more about the mechanics therein, so...
Honestly. It used to freak you out a little, but you have long since grown accustomed to it.
This panel is just so fucking ominous.
Just the fact that everything gets darker.
Right, yeah. Insane.
Huh? Oh, it was nothing. Nothing at all. Moving right along. Jade, retrieve package you expected to arrive. The link is actually in the description of the stream right now. If you go down to the stream description, it is in there.
Yeah, and more. Yeah.
The birthday package you were expecting from John arrived months late, and yet right on time. It landed over there, past the crumbling monument. A satellite to the great mystic ruins at the center of the crater lagoon. John, triple somersault into the room, etc. Stick the landing. Okay, you do that. You are now in your dad's room. Huh. Where are all the clowns? You spot your dad's briefcase beside you. It probably contains all sorts of clues, or at least various forms and paperwork critical to his trade as a hilarious street performer. John, Snoop. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. Alexander Rossetti on Hard Corral's track commentary. Radiation got Bowman to record some heavy metal meows, which he apparently almost got kicked out of his apartment for recording and claims to have video of.
That's insane.
So
what lore?
Funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's for Hard Corral. Oh, but that's so fucking funny. A custom Homestuck TTRPG? Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Here comes the secrets. Get ready for some major Wait a minute. These are just boring business documents and spreadsheets. What the hell is going on here? John, examine your dad's room. I never noticed him in this fucking fetal position, rocking back and forth.
He is, in fact.
Yeah. John, calm down. It'll be all right. So all those years, while you believed he was out busking up the corners with hilarious antics, he was working as an ordinary businessman all along? He was just a man trying to make a good, honest living for his son? Maybe he was too embarrassed to tell you the truth. Or maybe it was just that you'd never bothered to ask. I guess you always just assumed. The author's note for this page mentioned that what scared John the most in this page was that Dad's office revenue was down 3% from last quarter or something like that. Well, now. The human prisoner has broken out of his jail cell yet again. Attempts to block the cell door with heavy objects have proven futile. You're gonna need a bigger safe. Who's this guy? Enter name. Spade Slick.
Spade Slick? Got a nice ring to it. But you know your own name, and that damn well ain't your name.
Take another stab at it. State name and rank. Okay, wait, oh, okay. State name and rank.
You are Archagent Jack Noir. You oversee various affairs of a dark kingdom. Presently, you are determining how to deal with this prisoner, who has been a thorn in your side since he was apprehended. You view the affairs of the kingdom through a series of fenced-rated walls. You have 3 walls, nearly enough to form a cubicle of vigilance, which is a full and proper enclosure for an agent of your stature. However, much to your utter contempt, your 4th wall was stolen some time ago.
I cannot express how much I love John. Yes, me too. Me too,
Okay.
baby Aaron. Who is, by the way, my very cool coworker I was telling you about.
Oh, Lamau.
Yes, she is now watching our stream. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it deeply.
John's so good. I love him so much. Jack. Don comical hat.
This frivolous headdress turns your stomach. You'd sooner stick your head in a furnace than coax it into this monstrosity's loathsome, colorful maw. It's bad enough that your exalted ruler ordered everyone to drape themselves in these hideous rags the moment the troublesome human with the pipe and his child showed up. But you draw the line at the head.
Jack. Call a minion.
You order one of your burliest agents to the scene. He brings something heavier this time. Your transmission is interrupted. It seems your glorious monarch has concerns over your wardrobe. Fine. You begrudgingly don the comical hat. Stupid, lousy, wise, and just leader. What a royal pain in the ass.
Jack, throw down hat in disgust.
You fully intend to once your superior stops breathing down your neck for a second. Wait. What now?
Seeing some of the things that Hearts Boxcars has done and seeing Dad Egbert just fucking whomp him is insane at Dad Egbert's strength.
Your blood is boiling so hot that you can cook an egg on your carapace. Looks like you have to go handle this yourself.
John, investigate room for anything Dad may have left behind. It seems there are some unopened birthday presents which Dad didn't get around to giving you yet. John, present time. Open a present. See what's inside. The one on the right seems promising. You open to see what's inside and... oh god, yes. John, obtain sweet loot. You tear into this thing and put a mean peep on the sweet loot. In addition to the modus control deck, you got a bonus array fetch modus, plus another 12 cards, which are practically worthless by this point, but hey, you'll take them. First thing you do is flush the extra cards into your deck. Okay, really, this is just way too many cards. John, equipped array fetch modus. The array modus allows you to store and retrieve any items from any card at any time. It seems exceptionally serviceable, albeit difficult to weaponize. Boring. John.
Boring. Yeah, boring. Being able to fucking get your items out of your fucking inventory like a normal-ass person. Fuck you, John.
John, read instructions for control deck. There's nothing to read, really. You just pop in some modus cartridges in the slot, fire it up, and see what happens. You start by putting the stack in Q modi in the slots. Your Silodex now behaves like both a stack and Q. Items can be removed from either the top card or the bottom card. You see no reason at all not to jam the array cartridge in there too. You make sure to blow the dust out first, of course. The Silodex reconfigures itself into an array of distinct Q stacks. Who really needs a functional inventory anyway, honestly? Now we're talking. This is just the sort of needless complexity you've come to expect from your inventory management system. John, unwrap the smallest present first. You have a staunch policy of always saving the biggest present for last. Always. You receive a box of delicious fruit gushers. Could this birthday get any better? You don't think so. John, open the big one. You thought wrong. John, fill up an entire Q stack with shoes. Okay, awesome. Q stack full of shoes. John, captcha log fruit gushers. Dang, you spaced out and put it in the wrong Q stack. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of this. John, closely inspect fruit gushers box. So delicious. You can't wait to capture log one of these packs and make like a million gushers. Screw all this building nonsense. You'd rather make candy. Wait a minute.
Massive tropical brain hemorrhage flavor. A classic.
It can't be. The heinous Batter Witch has her gnarled claws in everything. What do gushers have to do with baked goods anyway? How does this make sense? Why? Why? John, mental breakdown.
Neon green ectofacial blend. Ranch dressing.
Jade, retrieve package. Strife. Rain. Bang. AR. Symbolize. Bang. Artillery.
Armamentify.
Armamentify. Yeah,
I got
honestly.
you.
It's crazy how quick these were getting put out back then. R. Go fetch. Such a good dog.
Good dog. Best friend.
I want this. I want like the victory animation, but it's replaced with that one dancing animation that people keep putting to Hey Ya by Outkast.
No idea what we're talking about.
You don't know the wait a minute. No, I'll show you it later, but
Okay.
it's just an animation of Jade dancing, and it's people keep putting it to Hey Ya by Outkast.
Insane. Eepy girl.
Eepy girl. Rose, check cell for any mixed atoms with cat. The gritty? No, she's not she's not hitting the gritty. I think there's one of Rose hitting the gritty, maybe?
No. Not Rose.
No,
Why would you do
no,
this to
Rose
her?
is doing the Club Penguin dance. That's what it was.
Oh my god. No, yes. We have a gif of Rose doing the club penguin dance.
Yeah, it's in the
I
same
do.
vein. It's by the same person.
I do have that one as an emoji on Discord.
Kidnapped. Nope, no mixed atoms. Looks like you and the kitty kept your genes to yourself. Your new kitty, whose name is... You'll think of one later. Hey, where the heck are you anyway? Yeah, the spinny one. Hey, oh yeah. Rose, look around room. Oh, you're back home. The well-stocked bar and the vantage from the window tells you this is your mom's room, or at least what you thought was her room. You decide not to be especially melodramatic about this revelation. Yeah, this is December 9th, 2009. This is 985 pages within, like, 9 months.
6 months? Yeah.
Rose, watch the meteor impact. Huh, that's funny. Shouldn't that place be unestablished by now? The downpour of smaller meteors has stopped. If anyone would hit the gritty, it's Dave. Yeah, no, 100%. I don't know. I could see Jade hitting the gritty.
I could absolutely see Jade hitting the gritty. I could see Jade flossing, among other things.
No, John's flossing.
They both would.
They both would.
Is
That's
what
so
I'm
true.
saying. Like, it is in their... I don't know. I just feel like it would happen.
I'm just now imagining Jake doing Fortnite dances in front of a crowd, and people just going
God.
absolutely crazy for it.
Yeah, he would. I just fucking Jake default dancing during Rumble into Pumpkin Patch or something. The
Exactly.
fucking crowd going wild.
The crowd going fucking buck
Fucking
ass wild.
Dirk hits the gritty one time and gets booed out of the stadium.
Yeah.
Insane.
God. Uh, comes out of a minimum of 4 pages a day. Yeah. No, 100%. That's insane. I could not produce 4 pages a day, especially like with how many of them are fucking animated GIFs.
Right. A really good friend of mine in the Homestuck fandom a while back, like, used to churn stuff out like this, like
Yeah.
that frequently, and it just blew my mind.
Then again, like thinking about like how I've been like drawing the MSP like the MSPA style like
Hmm.
memes lately.
I could see it.
I've actually I'm able to like put one of those together in like the span of maybe an hour and a half. So if I was like if it was all I was doing and I was getting paid for it, I definitely could churn out 4 per day. So never mind. That is entirely reasonable.
Bold of you to assume he was getting paid at this point.
I mean, at this point he had like Problem Sleuth prior. So like
Oh,
he
that's
was
fair.
getting like ad
Ad
money.
revenue?
Yeah, ad
Yeah.
revenue. Plus Plus, didn't he have like other projects, like other like comics that he was
Uh,
had?
kind of. I mean,
Yeah.
he had the, what was it? Whistles the Clown or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff like that, but I was under the impression that it was never terribly popular. Oh, wow, I forgot about that Inferno
Yeah.
situation.
Better get out of here. The room is a powder keg with all the booze lying around. I think reusing assets helps a lot, like for the sprites and all that. No, that's
Oh,
another.
yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely another thing. Um. Oh yeah, no. Jade cranks 90s 100 fucking percent.
Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, no. Hussey was making Homestuck for a living at this point still. Um, and yeah, no, especially with like the sprites and like reusing assets and backdrops and everything, 100%. I could see 4 pages per day at the very least.
Insane.
John, get down to business. Suddenly you were feeling very businessman-like for some reason. You just punched a shitload of cards in anticipation of making a whole lot of cool stuff. This time you didn't foolishly destroy any items. You just looked at the codes for some objects you rounded up and punched them on blank cards. You wonder how much alchemizing you can get away with before Rose gets back. As if she's got any right to yell to tell you what to do with your hard-earned grist. You weren't the one running around here putting your ass on the line. All she's got to do is mess around with her computer. Anyway, you better hurry. Whistles did 1 issue, and it was the only one he wrote for. He helped with a few others, published it. Okay, fair. Also, you know what's a thing that I do? Like, I realized that I do unconsciously. Like, at the beginning, it was a conscious effort, and now it is, like, a very unconscious effort.
Uh,
I started doing this when I first was recording the narration for Hive Swap. But
well,
based on what character is being narrated, I will slightly change the narration to like
suit the
be
character.
to
Yeah,
suit the
I feel like that's
character.
a really common Homestuck take, just because the narration is using the second person, and
Yeah.
it would make sense, to flavor the narration per the character being shown. I don't know. I like it. It's a good take.
Mm-hmm. Jade. Dream. You are now dreaming. Your dream bot is awake and active. Jade. Obliquely foreshadow future through interpretive dances. headcanon that Dave plays Smash Bro in main Fox and K-Roll. K-Roll I can
Jesus.
see. I think Fox is too technical for him.
God, you're such a nerd. I love it. Anyway.
Shut up! Your silly dance foreshadows nothing and is essentially meaningless, but it sure is a lot of fun. Jade, quick, get into bed. You climb onto bed and try to get comfortable, but some sort of invisible force is pressing down on you, and a strange feeling of cold, heavy metal. This happens every time you try to get into bed. No wonder you can never get any sleep. Jade, realize you can fly. There's not much to realize. Of course you can fly. Jade, open the package. You stop all this flying around nonsense and examine John's birthday package. Jade would probably pick Ness and spam PK Fire, Lamau. Nah. Never mind, because that's another technical character. I was gonna say Dave. No, Dave's a Cloud main because he's got a cool fucking sword. Dave's a Robert Link player because bro'd pressure him into playing off meta for the challenge. God.
Insane.
The Ness one is so true. God. Unfortunately, you cannot open it yet. This package has an important journey to make first. You are planning on delivering it momentarily. Good thing you already know what's inside. Otherwise, you would surely be consumed by curiosity and suspense. You sincerely pity anyone who might be forced to endure such a fate. Months in the past. I like that a lot since the narration tends to reflect the personality of the POV character. Yeah, it's fun. Jade mains Luigi because she gets a misfire every time. Yeah.
Insane.
Nah, Jade mains Duck Hunt. Because dog and also gun. It's the 2-in-1. Enough for the above weather to be seasonably reconcilable. Ghosty Trickster began pestering Garden Gnostic. Hey, happy birthday, Jade! Oh wait, fuck, I'm also Jade.
I mean, I can do Jade if you want me to.
Nah, I got it. True at Duck Hunt. Yeah, exactly. Yay! Thank you, John! Whew. Okay, I got your present in the mail just on time. Plus, I sent Rose and Dave's too. Why do your guys' birthdays have gotta be all bunched together like that? You're running me ragged. I know, but it's nice of you to think of us all like that. I can't wait for you to see what I got you. I don't want to spoil it or anything, but hopefully it'll help you solve those problems you've been having lately. Mysterious wink. I'm sure it's great. I can't wait either. It might take a while to get here from there, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth the wait. Oh man, I'm such an idiot. I forgot about how long it takes for you to get stuff. Ah! John, that's okay, really. I'm sure it'll get to me exactly when it needs to, and it'll be a nice surprise when it does. Okay, well, I hope so. Hold on. Okay, back. Sorry. I had to tell someone to go away. Oh god. The trolls again? Yep. Oh wait, yep. They've been such a pain in the ass lately. It seems like there's so many. There's either like 50 of these jackasses, or it's just one guy with a lot of alt accounts. I've never had any sort of feeling about them, or what they want, which is kind of weird. But it seems to me like they're probably all different people and not just one guy. I've counted 12.
What do they want with us?
Some people just like to needle others for some reason, John. It's like a game, I guess. They're like pranksters.
Oh, hell no. Shittiest pranksters ever.
But I think they're mostly harmless. Every so often they manage to get through my block filter and hassle me. It's been going on for years. Actually, some of them are kind of funny, I think.
Oh, wow, what? Years? Okay, well, I'm sick of them. I've been thinking of changing my pest search handle to throw them off the trail. So, I guess I'm gonna do that.
She tries to shoot her gun at the targets on the screen reflexively. Lamau. God.
Imagine the TV's absolutely obliterated.
God. It's like,
Damn it, Jade. All right, time to time to alchemize a new TV. You gotta stop doing that.
Honestly, that's just how it would go.
you've already carved a few totems, but you have had to return to the living room for more Crexite dowels. Your carving work is not nearly complete. Every time you re-enter your room, you shudder at the recent handiwork of some mischievous imps. You just can't turn your back on them for a second. Rotten imps. Those posters were like children to you. Rose. Flee room. Beck would catch the bullets before they hit the TV. Lamau. At long last, you have returned to your bedroom with a stable power supply and internet connection. Vodka Mutini purrs at your side. You suppose you will call it a mutie for short. Rose, Pester John.
That's quite a totem collection. What are you planning?
Oh, whoa, hi. I'm just gonna make some stuff. Are you okay? Hasn't your house been on fire for like 5 hours now?
No, that was the nearby forest, which up until quite recently would have been best described as on fire. But you may be excited to learn that just as recently my house finally notched that achievement.
Wow, congrats, I guess?
Thank you. Have you seen Dave?
Nah, his bro's probably busy kicking his ass. That's probably all there is to say on the matter.
Okay, I'm going to start putting this grist to use too. Let's be sparing with the frivolous knick-knack breeding and focus on getting you up to the gate, okay?
Yeah, okay, I hear you. But I think we have plenty. I've been killing imps all over the house, and now it's lousy with gushers.
Gushers?
I mean grist. Serves them right for ruining my posters, the bastards.
Which posters?
Don't you see? My sweet movie posters. Look at them, they're fucking ruined.
John,
Huh?
are you suggesting that imps are responsible for defacing your movie posters?
Yeah.
Your posters have looked like that ever since I first saw your room. The moment we started playing this game, I thought you had defaced them. Ironically, to mock your father's interests. John?
Very funny, Rose. Nice joke. Great joke there, Rose. On top of the line prank. Hee hee ha 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 ha.
This is good. Laughter is probably the best way to avoid being especially melodramatic about this revelation.
Yes. 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 Let's keep this joke going because it's such a good one. Ha 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 ha. Oh my. Ha 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 ha. Ah.
Oh, John.
Wayward vagabond, descend. You cannot descend. You cannot descend from the top of your mobile station. The loose cable you gathered up tied together is not yet long enough to allow you to reach the ground safely. You've used all the cables you can find. Yeah, you've used all the cable you can find. You'll have to come up with another plan. Wayward vagabond, sacrifice your mayoral sash for more cables. Absolutely not! What are you, crazy? A mayor does not relinquish his mayoral sash under any circumstances ever, period. Purify the temple. That's such a dumb idea. Not as dumb as using your sash, but it comes close. That temple is way too big. You'd probably just end up purifying a chunk of useless, boring rock. Wait, what's that? There's something dangling from the top of one of the towers near the temple. WV, command Serenity to carry the rope to you. She is a tiny insect and cannot possibly lift more than the weight of a pumpkin seed. She does, however, inform you of what the ledge contains through a series of informative blinks. There is an old rusty harpoon lodged into the crumbling rock. Tied to it is a bunched up jumble of handy cable. This strikes you as convenient. It is almost as if someone knew you would need a bunch of cable, and that you would have a mayoral sash made out of cable, and that you were particularly attached to that mayoral sash, and would stubbornly refuse to use it. Anyone who knew that much would surely possess a special gift. Alas, it seems a bit far-fetched. WV, get ye rope. Okay, we just established that it was a cable, not a rope, but that's okay. You take a hasty swig from one of your delicious ponds and put down. You then quickly adjust the coordinates to purify the jumble of handy cable. To Mr. Mayor. Oh, of course. The time wasn't set to the present moment. Somehow it got reset a few hundred years ago. It was some sort of present from the past. In the present? Attached is an envelope. It looks extremely important. You open the envelope. Inside is a letter and another envelope. This is all highly confusing, and you do not know what to make of it. Still, it is obvious. It is obviously critical mayoral business, which you take very seriously, and will defend this. And you will defend this package with your life. WV, try to purify the cable again. You set the time to the present and purify the jumble of cable. Take obvious course of action. You tie all the cable together and carefully lower your precious pumpkin bindle. You then rappel down the station with the package, which must not leave your side. Which is to say, the present moment precisely. An aimless renegade prepares for company. See, now that's an AK.
I'm glad you are so well versed on guns.
I'm very well versed on a lot of things because I've had a lot of really weird and wacky jobs. Rose, build as much as you can as fast as you can. Okay, while I make some stuff here, can you keep an eye out for imps? Just keep the safer tub handy or something. It'll serve them right for trashing my posters.
I keep telling you the posters were always like that.
And I keep telling you, haha, very funny.
Here, look.
Yeah, I saw those, but they didn't look like that before. You must have changed them.
Even if I had the motive for such a bizarre and pointless deception, where would I find the time? I don't even have Photoshop.
Then why didn't you tell me they were there?
I had no reason to think you were not aware of them. I thought they were strange, certainly. but was not struck by any particular impulse to discuss them.
Okay. Still doesn't make sense, though. Implying that I drew them a while ago and then forgot and couldn't see them and now suddenly see them? That's stupid. What would that even mean? COD players when, Lamau?
It looks like you were in your father's room recently.
Yeah?
And how did it make you feel to discover what was in there?
Oh no, I just realized! You're gonna psychotherapify me. Well, don't bother.
Maybe I am just being a friend?
Maybe. Eyes suspiciously. Anyway, I guess you saw that what's in there. It's boring and there's not much to even see.
That doesn't matter. What matters is how seeing it affected you. I think it clearly has in some way.
Well, I don't know. At first I was nervous to go in and find more of his weird clowns because of course they are stupid and I hate them a lot. But then when I didn't see any, it was weird. I felt weirdly disappointed almost.
Is it fair to say this changed your perception of your father?
Yeah, I guess.
Is it such a stretch to conclude it changed your perception of other things as well?
No, maybe not. But what are you getting at? It sounds like you're saying I'm crazy. John, alchemize.
Crazy? I was crazy once.
Oh no.
I don't like to use the word crazy.
Oh god. See, this is therapy bullshit.
That was a joke. But anyway, whether it means you are crazy or not, consider this theory. Your presumably long-standing tendency for scrawling this imagery is really your subconscious trying to express something disturbing within you. Possibly something from your past, which you have blocked out. And since you have suppressed it, your conscious self cannot acknowledge the drawings. Therefore, they have been invisible until now.
Why now?
Perhaps because you have seen evidence that conflicts with your worldview, with the worldview your subconscious has constructed to obfuscate the truth. That your dad is not necessarily the clown-loving maniac you thought he was. All along, this negative attribute, buried in your psyche, may have been projected onto him, and subsequently reviled as a sort of defense mechanism.
But this is absurd. My dad loves these shitty clowns. He's got all these statues and paintings everywhere.
Is it unthinkable that over the years it was he who believed you were the one with a passion for clowns? Because of all of the strange drawings in your room? A father then embraces a son's hobby to establish a stronger bond, or wages a campaign of passive-aggressive mockery of your interests. Either is plausible. I don't know your dad that well.
I don't know. Not sure about all this. But I think we need to stop and acknowledge the bunny Sassacre fedora I just made.
It's awesome.
Yeah. God. Wow, what are you doing, by the way? Rose, sorry to say, but this is all looking kind of silly.
I'm trying to spread the upward construction around so there is a more substantial foundation for later on. But I'm starting to wonder if it will be strong enough. It's kind of starting to wobble a little. I don't think brick chimneys were meant to serve this architectural purpose.
Yeah, no shit.
I might have to adopt a different building strategy. Stick to more load-bearing walls and blockier shapes. Especially since grist has been easier to come by lately.
Okay, but you must be running low on time by now, right?
Right.
Strider! Jade, dream up extra arms and play advanced bass solo. truly a banger. So real, so real. Jade, change wardrobifier to cycle through Star, Heart, and Horseshoe. Another one of the kids' hidden powers that never comes up again. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, good idea. You leave the moon in a cycle, because you like it. You leave the moon in the cycle because you like it. Jade, go explore the Golden City. Jade, go and make a new friend. WV, eat letter and envelope. Will you cut that out? You have company. WV, look behind you. See? Over there. WV, read letter. Dear Mr. Mayor, go here. Give present. Hooray! Oh, please do this. The freedom of your people depends on it. Your friend. Music she was playing was making the plants grow. Well, that's because if you play music for plants in real life, they grow.
That's true.
Plants love music. WV, give present. Hooray! To Miss Mail Lady. Jade, gracefully fly to the other golden tower. You decide to check on your neighbor. Jade, inspect neighbor's tower. It is very much the same as your own. The only difference is that this one is home to a young boy instead of a young girl. You peer through the window. John is of course sound asleep. Looks like he's having troubled dreams as usual. You cannot disturb his slumber, though. He will wake up when he's ready. Speaking of John, you wonder if he got the birthday present you sent him. Or, for that matter, if you even remembered to send it? Darn, you get so confused sometimes. If only you had a system in place to help you remember things. Your moon is getting very close to Skya. You had better go inside soon. It is never a very good idea to be outside during the eclipse. Maybe you can take the opportunity to log into your computer and ask John about his present. You just know he'll think it's awesome, and it will be a great way to thank him for the wonderful present he got you. John, alchemize a 1980s time-lapse montage. Alchemize in a 1980s time-lapse montage. That would be pretty cool, and would promote the appearance at the audience to the audience that a whole lot was getting done in not much time. But it also sounds like kind of a pain in the ass, so you decide to play it straight up this time. Rose has moved the alchemeter back down to the deck while she reworks the building project up there, just as well because it will save you a lot of legwork. Between this thing, the Designix, and the lathe, that's a whole lot of scrambling around. John, recombine hammer and pogo line. And pogo ride. This time, instead of overlapping and the 2 cards, which created the pogo hammer, you use the 2 codes to double punch a blank card. Or a blank card, producing a different hole pattern. The result is the Hammerhead Pogo Ride. It doesn't look as much, it doesn't look like it is as much fun as the original ride, but to be fair, it's probably a lot safer. Double punching cards creates patterns with more holes, rather than less holes by overlapping cards. This strikes you as a viable method for combining more than 2 items without whittling down too far, to too few holes, or too many. Just mix up the overlaps and double punches, and the sky's the limit. Subscribe to the idea that if Jade subclass into Bard for just 1 level, they can use the spell once and never use those features again. Yeah, that's it. John.
No.
Combine ghost shirt and suit. You make the green slime ghost suit. Pretty swanky, but you're not completely satisfied with the wardrobe upgrade yet. John, combine ghost suit and wise guy book. Gotta drink some water. You make the wise guy slime suit. This is so much better. It seems there's lots of secret trickery gimmicks concealed in the... Oh shit, there goes the cards. John, combine glasses and PDA. You make the serious business goggles. This is a pretty nice hands-free communication solution, and it makes you look way cooler, like one of the kids from Spy Kids or something. God, that was a good movie. Real spies, only smaller. John, combine sledgehammer, telescope, and Sassacre text. You make the telescopic Sassacrusher at pretty considerable expense. This thing could probably pound an ogre into a crude burger. Of course, you have no hope of lifting it whatsoever. John, combine gushers and blue ectoplasm. You mix your gushers with some of the blue slime nanolefts on the wall to make a box of hellacious blue phlegm aneurysm gushers with ghostly healing properties. These should be convenient, if somewhat unappetizing. John, combine fake arm, blue ectoplasm, and PDA. You make a remote ghost gauntlet. It looks like when you put the special computer glove on, it lets you control the big slimy ghost hand. The ghost gauntlet appears to have considerably higher lift capacity than your own puny arms. John, combine ghost gauntlet and bathroom mirror. Stuff like this is so cool. Just
Yeah.
like the fact that you could just like combine one thing and a mirror and it gives you basically like a mirror
The mirror
version of
image.
it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
insane.
It is kind of insane.
Spurb's crafting is really cool. Like the alchemy system.
It is.
You make a left-handed remote ghost gauntlet to complete the pair, because you don't see why the hell not. John, combine umbrella and straight razor. You make the barber's best friend. It suddenly seems worthwhile to you to go nab that umbrella kind strife specialist that's been lying in the study for a while. John, combine gushers and shaving cream. You make a deadly Betty Crocker Barbasol bomb. Be careful with that thing. Jesus. Yeah, same. I really hope Beyond Canon gives us more, like...
Alchemization.
Yeah, alchemization, like, fucking, things. Yeah. You make a deadly Betty... Oh, wait, we did this. John, combine Ghost Dad poster with... Oh, okay, you have a cool idea for something to do with your Ghost Dad poster, but it looks like you drew shit all over that one, too, without realizing it. Lousy goddamn stupid subconscious. Anyway, you think you have an idea of how to clean it up. John, capture log punch a slash Heath Ledger Joker figurine. If you can somehow subtract the code of the Joker figurine from the code of the poster, it might work. Luckily, the Joker code only has 2 holes, making the task very simple. The defaced Cosby poster shares those holes. You determined that the defaced Cosby could only be a result from a double punching with the Joker. If your theory is correct, this means the original Cosby poster has one of those holes punched, or the other, or neither, making 3 total possibilities. You try out all 3 possible codes, yielding 1. Potted plant, 1. Painting of a horse attacking a football player. Oh, that's where that originally comes from. And 1. Clean Cosby poster. Success! John, combine Cosby poster with computer. You make the Cosby Top computer. This thing is probably a useless piece of shit, but making it has caused you to feel an alarming sense of satisfaction, and the comic to get that much more dated.
Shut up. You're not wrong, but
John, combine Dad's hat and Problem Sleuth game. You make another ordinary fedora with 4 pieces of candy corn inside. John, combine hammer and Problem Sleuth game. Whatever this item is, you cannot make it yet. It requires a ludicrous amount of grist, some types of which you have not even encountered. John, combine iron and pogo hammer. You make the wrinkle fucker. So much sweet loot, you almost think it was simultaneously your birthday and Christmas or something. Of course, you know that this is ridiculous and could never conceivably happen. Dave, Strife. But I think we're gonna do that next time because we've been streaming for 3 hours.
I was gonna say, I'm about tapped out here, my dear.
I decided that 3 hours is gonna be like our max if we don't like finish an act prior.
Right. Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely made some headway.
Yeah, we are. Let me see. Where are we currently?
I don't know how many pages Act 3 is.
Let me
At page 1069. Nice.
I have literally like just I have a specific
Thanks for hanging out.
piece of
Bye.
thing. So there is 395 pages in Act 3. So Act 3 ends on actually there's only 100 pages left. There's less than 100 pages left.
Yeah, but how much text is on those pages?
That's so true. Next time, if it happens, we'll probably just do the intermission as well. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.